The high school football game of the week, but perhaps the high school football game of the year. The Otsego Bulldogs playing host to the Plainwell Trojans. Glad to have you along for week number 9 of high school football right here on 101 FM. Kickoff is just a couple moments away. And Denny Cooley, are you ready for tonight's ball game?
I am ready. We've been talking about this one all week long. In fact, we started talking about it last Friday night, getting ready for this. And, of course, all the hype and everything you've heard all week long, especially all day long here on 101 FM with all the interviews with the students from both schools and the members of the community of both Otsego and Plainwell. And, of course, the coaches' interviews and all the talk in the pregame show here with Greg Holmes. And we're ready, and I know the teams are ready, and we're going to have tonight, so you stay with us here. Let me tell you, quality.
Okay, on defense for the Otsego Bulldogs starting out. At the safety positions will be Tom Matthews and Steve Brin. At the corner positions will be Kevin McNeese, along with Doug Allor. At the defensive linebacker positions for the Otsego Bulldogs, they're tough. Alan Arnsman, Rick Taft. Also on the middle linebacker will be Scott Stoneburner for the Bulldogs. And the front four for the Otsego Bulldogs, Taraskevich. Is that how we pronounce that?
Taraskevich, right?
Taraskevich, there it is. Okay, along with Jack Jameson, Tom Morrell, and Mike Davis. And that's the defensive starting lineup for the Otsego Bulldogs. And then he's going to have the starting offensive lineup for the Plainwell Trojans. But first, Town TV at 3.
Lineup for Plainwell at quarterback, Aaron Vassaw. At halfback, number 20, Chris Pellet. The fullback is Kevin Lammers. At halfback, tough Leroy Crawford. The center is Steve Reich, number 52. At the two guard positions, number 60, Todd Rice, number 62, Jeff Steele. The tackle positions, number 70, Mike Campbell, and Jeff Davis, number 73. And the offensive ends, number 83, Nick Nayers, and number 88, Mike Greenberg.
As you can probably hear in the background, they're introducing both teams right now, getting ready for the start of tonight's ball game. Week number 9, high school football game of the year. The Plainwell Trojans have already clinched at least a share of the Wolverine Conference Championship because they are undefeated in conference. They were to lose tonight, they would have one loss in the conference as well as Otsego, and the two teams would share it. Otsego would like to win tonight because they'd like a share of the title, of course, but they would like to beat Plainwell because it would be the first time in 16 very, very long years.
That's a long time, and in case you don't know too much about this rivalry is 85 years old. Plainwell holds a 46-31 edge with 6 ties overall. Last time these two teams have tied was back in 1947. That's older than Terry and I both here, believe it or not. They tied 13-13 that year. And as Terry just mentioned, Otsego has come up short each year since 1964 when Plainwell won that game 13-6. For the last 2 years, the Bulldogs have come extremely close. They lost in double overtime in 1979, 20-13, and last year lost 6-0 on a blocked field goal return. And if you remember last year, outstanding quarterback Tom Matthews for Otsego watched from the sideline with an injury.
That's right. He's in there tonight and ready to go. Just for the kickoff here, Plainwell Ambulance serves to the Otsego, Plainwell, Martin, and Trowbridge areas 24 hours a day. They have 3 fully equipped ambulances, all staffed by fully trained licensed EMTs. Plainwell Ambulance Service offers both local and long-distance service. Services available 24 hours a day. Call them when you need them. Plainwell Ambulance, serving to the Otsego, Plainwell, Martin, and Trowbridge areas. Phone number is 685-6172. Keep that number in an easy-to-find place, 685-6172.
Okay, we're just about ready here. We had the introduction of the players, the Otsego players, to the home crowd fan here. They tell me they've got close to 5,000 people here tonight. Both sides are, the Plainwell congregation just about full over there, just about full on the Plainwell side, and it is packed over here on the Otsego side, and I think they're still coming in.
The cars are still lined up a long ways away from the stadium. If you are waiting to get into the parking area here at Bulldog Stadium, the game is just about ready to get underway. Otsego Bulldogs are going to be kicking off to the Plainwell Trojans. Kevin McNeese will be teeing the ball up on his own 40-yard line. And this is it. The stadium is just about packed here at Bulldog Stadium. As we said, the people are still coming in, and this is going to be a fantastic football game. We're glad to be along with you, glad to have you along with us. And going back deep for the Plainwell Trojans will be Leroy Crawford along with Todd Gernon. They're going to go deep, and also let's see if I can pick up a number there.
Honeysett, number 43?
Yes, Mike Honeysett will be around the 15-yard line. Leroy Crawford deep back on the goal line. Kevin McNeese to kick the ball off for the Otsego Bulldogs. And we're getting set for the biggest football game of the year. There's the kick. It's going off to the left side. Going to take by Gernon around the 10-yard line. He starts out there 15-20, trying to get around the right side. He's up 25-30. And 35 and brought down around the 40-yard line.
Tackle was made by number 71, Ted Mercanis.
Brennan starts it out big for the Plainwell Trojans with a 30-yard return on that kickoff, and he was just one tackle from making. We have a flag on the play. We have timeout. We have a Bulldog player injured.
Plainwell, they're really psyched up tonight. They've got to be after that loss to Kalamazoo Hackett last week. And they know what this game means, of course.
And we have an injured player on the field right now. And also the penalty flag. And the penalty is going to go against the Otsego Bulldogs, which would give Plainwell a 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of Otsego to start the ball game out.
And we're trying to find out who that man is.
It looks to me like number 71, Ted Marankas, is injured, and they're tending to him right now. And while they tend to him, we're going to take this break just before early going, taking the kickoff back to the 40-yard line, and a 15-yard face mask penalty tacked on the Bulldogs will give Plainwell the ball 1st and 10 on Otsego's 45-yard line as they're still tending to Marankas, the injured Otsego Bulldog. This is week number 9. This is the football game of the year.
This is the final game of the season that we'll be bringing you this year, and I'll tell you, we mentioned it earlier on the pregame show. I can't think of a better way to wrap it up.
It's going to be a great football game. As we say, there's a delay on the field right now as Marankas for the Otsego Bulldogs are tending to him around the 42-yard line. He was the man who made the tackle there in the opening kickoff.
You know, another thing, if it's something like a Charlie horse or something like that, that cold weather aggravates it a little bit too, you know.
As we have said just a few times this year, if either Plainwell or Otsego or Gobles make it into the high school football playoffs, we'll be following those teams for as far as they go, and let's hope that we follow them right through the Pontiac Silverdome in the state finals. But that is we'll have to wait until after tonight to find out that.
Winter is coming, so you get ready for it with dependable Trent
Crawford in the backfield, Pallet wing back to left side. Here we go, high school football, week number 9.
Now they're starting the clock now.
This will be the first play from scrimmage in this football game. Bassaw calling the signals. He gives it to the big man Crawford, 45 inside there to close to the 40-yard line. He plows forward for about 4.5 tough yards.
Brought down by a host of Otsego defensemen there, leading the way, Scott Stoneburner. He's that middle linebacker for the Otsego Bulldogs, and he's a sophomore.
It's going to bring up a second down and about 6 for the Plainwell Trojans. Lammers and Crawford in the backfield. Pallet wing back to left side. Same formation on second down here. They pitch it to Crawford going left side. Inside the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, just a touch, I think.
Brought down in the play by Scott Stoneburner, as Denny said, the sophomore linebacker who brought up last week for the Otsego Bulldogs.
And Nayer's out now as a replacement. We didn't get the change. It'll be Everett.
Third down and very short now for the Plainwell Trojans. The ball rests on the 35-yard line of Otsego. Pallet wing back to the right side to give it to Lammers. Pallet moved. Lammers is going to take it for about 8 yards, but this play is going to be called back as Pallet stood up, took a step back just before the ball was snapped. And that one will go against the Plainwell Trojans. So instead of having third and about a foot to go, they're going to have third down and about 5 coming up here. Just underway from Bulldog Stadium. 10:37 to go here in the first quarter of play.
And you can't do that. No. Okay, we've got a player change. Number 81, Scott Stoneburner, coming out at middle linebacker. His replacement, Tim B., who is also the backup center.
He probably will be starting at center on offense tonight because Otsego's star center, Kurt Williams, was injured in an automobile accident this last week and unable to play in the game tonight. Third down and about 5 coming up now for the Plainwell Trojans. 10:37 to go. We're in the first quarter of play from Bulldog Stadium. High school football game of the year. Lammers and Crawford line up behind quarterback Aaron Vassoff. Pallet goes wing back to the right side. They pitch it to Crawford. He's trying to come right this time. Inside the 40. He's plowed inside the 35. Breaks another tackle inside the 30. Knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line by Matthews, along with Tom Morrell for the Otsego Bulldogs. And Leroy Crawford. He's tough. He picks up about 12 yards on the carry.
That's the word for him, too. I tell you, he can go over anybody. He just proved that.
Ball's at the 28-yard line.
That was Mitchell that we had in a minute ago.
The ball's at the 28-yard line of the Otsego Bulldogs. Lammers and Crawford line up again behind quarterback Aaron Vassoff. First and 10 for the Plainwell Trojans on their first possession of this ball game. The ball is snapped and fumbled, but Vassaw picks it up, and he's dropped for about a 3-yard loss to Skinovich, and on the tackle along with Jameson for the Bulldogs. A loss of, let's call it, a long 2, and bring up a second down and about 12 yards for Plainwell.
So, Terry, I think I've heard about 5 different correct pronunciations for his name. Skinovich and Tereskevich. He's a good player.
Yes, he is.
He plays both ways. Also tight end on offense. 9:50 and counting here in the first quarter. We have no score. Plainwell has the ball right around the 30-yard line of Otsego.
Crawford and Lammers in the backfield behind Vassaw. Vassaw gives to Crawford on a quick hit off the left side. Breaks one tackle inside to 20. 15, brought down inside the 10-yard line to about the 6-7-yard line. Leroy Crawford picks up some more good yardage and another first down for Plainwell. Will be first and goal from the 6.
McNee's about saved a touchdown there, I think, and Plainwell is driving. We may see that touchdown anyway.
Leroy Crawford, awful hard to stop, and if the Otsego Bulldogs Mad Dog defense is going to stop the Plainwell Trojans tonight, they have to stop Leroy Crawford to start with. Big Steve Bright leads the charge up to the line. Crawford and Lammers again in the backfield. Pallett lines up wing back to the left side this time. They give it to Crawford, trying to get around the left side, inside the 5. He's going to be short of the goal line. It's going to be kind of close, though. I'll have to wait and see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it down to about the 1-yard line. So Crawford is doing it on the job for the Plainwell Trojans tonight. Pallett comes out, and Ferris goes in now for the Plainwell Trojans. 8:50 to go here in the first quarter play. Plainwell, their first possession of the ball game, moving the ball right down the field pretty good. They have full house backfield. Lammers and Ferris with Crawford lined up fullback in the backfield. They give it off to Crawford, trying to hit off the right side. Touchdown! Leroy Crawford takes it in from a yard out. And the Plainwell Trojans draw first blood, and they lead it 6-0.
That's the man you want to give it to when you get close like that, because he's definitely going to get those 2 or 3 yards. No question about that. 6-0, Plainwell on top now. They're going to try to make it 7.
Okay, Rod Turner will be in to kick the extra point. Of course, they'll set the ball around the 10-yard line as Brian Burr is in to hold the ball for them. Try to add an extra point here. It's 6-0. Rob Turner to kick the extra point. Good snap. The set. The kick is up. And it looks like it went wide to the right, and it is no good, as Turner had plenty of distance on it, but he kicked it up to the right, and the kick is no good. And the Plainwell Trojans lead it 6-0.
I'll tell you here, Otsego Lumber Company at 2:55 Helen
Get off. Bean is going to pick it up to 25, and he's hit there. It looks like he fumbles the ball. And the Plainwell Trojans are going to take over, I believe. Wait to see the call from the officials. And Plainwell has recovered the kick. And will take over first and 10 on the 26-yard line. Make that the 28-yard line of the Otsego Bulldogs.
Okay, this is going to be very key right now for Otsego mentally. They've got to stop Plainwell here. They've got to get possession of the ball back before things get out of hand. We've seen Plainwell a lot this year, and we've seen them roll up the score early. Otsego's going to have to play tough defense starting right now.
Okay, here we go. Lammers and Crawford in the backfield. They fake it. Vassaw split up his first pass. He throws just through the hands of Steve Brin, who could have had an interception there on the 20-yard line. It goes incomplete, and now bring up a 2nd and 10. The ball is intended for the wide receiver, Nick Nair. So the Plainwell Trojans, 2nd down and 10 coming up as Plainwell scored a touchdown on their first time. They got their hands on the ball. They kicked off, and the kickoff was fumbled by the Bulldogs, and Plainwell has the ball. Golden opportunity. The ball's on the 28-yard line of Otsego. Vassaw brings them up. Lammers and Crawford in the backfield. Pallett wing back to the right side this time. They give it off to Lammers going off left tackle. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. It's about the 24-yard line.
You might have seen Jameson kind of get a hand on him to help slow him down a little bit there.
3rd down, and we'll call it 6, maybe 7 for the Plainwell Trojans. Another passing situation coming up for Aaron Vassaw. Steve Bright leads the charge up to the line for the Plainwell Trojans. They have Pallett and Crawford in the backfield now. They give it off to the big man Crawford, who plows forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards to about the 20, 21-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and about 3 to go for the Plainwell Trojans, and without a doubt they're going to go for it. It's out of the range for Turner to kick a field goal, so they'll probably put it to the air here and try to get a first down. As Otsego yet to have a play from the offensive line of scrimmage, we're down to 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Plainwell leads at 6-0.
Probably see Crawford with the ball here.
That'd be a good guess. Vassaw calling the signals. Otsego man jumps offside. Jumping outside for the Bulldogs was number 67, Jack Jameson. And that is going to give Plainwell a first down.
Excuse me, Terry, he did jump too. He was not pulled off. That's first down for Plainwell, as you just mentioned there.
First and 10 for the Plainwell Trojans. The ball resting on the 16-yard line. And Otsego so far giving up quite a bit. They give up a kickoff, and now they've given Plainwell a first down. Vassaw on the 16-yard line brings them up. Lammers and Crawford in the backfield. They pitch it off to the big man Crawford, trying to roll right side. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage, back around the 19-yard line by Scott Stoneburner, a sophomore linebacker for the Otsego Bulldogs. Scott Stoneburner, great play.
Great play, but yeah, it was a fantastic play. Nailed him back. We've got second down, 8 yards to go now.
Scott Stoneburner, a fine defensive play for the Otsego Bulldogs. 6:40 to go here in the first quarter of play. That's the first time they have stopped Crawford from gaining about 4 or 5 yards.
That's his second tackle tonight.
Second down, 12 yards to go. They give it a quick hit up the middle of the Lammers. He goes for 1 yard, maybe. Not a whole lot more than that. Brought down by Tuskinovich for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up a third down, and we'll call it a long 11 for the Plainwell Trojans. The passing situation coming up for Aaron Vassaw.
We do have a nice night here. It's a little chilly, it's a little windy, but it's not rainy or snowy as it was 2 weeks ago. We were here last time. We had trouble seeing the field a little bit with all the snow falling down, but we do have a nice night. Clear and cold, but it's a good night for football.
Okay, here we go. Third down, passing situation for Aaron Vassaw and the Trojans. They do an inside reverse to Pallett. He's hit and brought down at the line of scrimmage, made below by Alan Arnsman. He loses about 1 on the play, and if Arnsman would have missed Pallett, I think he might have taken it quite a ways. He had an opening on the left side there, but Arnsman closed it up beautifully.
Fine defensive play by Arnsman. I think you're right, Terry. He would have gone quite a ways with that one. Otsego, mad dog defense here, starting to rise to the occasion. That's exactly what they have to do. Fourth down now.
Fourth down and 14 coming up. Shotgun formation for Aaron Vassaw. We've seen him use this once this year, and he threw a 45-yard touchdown pass. Vassaw has the ball now, looking for a receiver. He has time, throwing up the middle. Knocked down by Matthews, intercepted by McNeese. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25-yard line. Steps out around the 30-yard line, and he was hit after he was out of bounds. We'll have to wait and see if they're going to call a penalty on it. He was 2 or 3 yards out of bounds when he was hit, and we don't see any flags on the play. But Otsego will take the ball over around the 30-yard line.
Yes, we're playing Otsego tonight.
Boy, I don't believe it. He was 2 or 3 yards out of bounds.
I don't know. They were running pretty hard at him, and they didn't really go to tackle him out of bounds. I really don't think.
I thought they was going to knock him up here to the press box. They marked the ball at the 31-yard line of Otsego. 5:10 to go here in the first quarter of play. Otsego will have their first play from scrimmage. Matthews brings them up. Stack and Arnsman, it looks like, in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Matthews gives it off to Stack. 35 up to about the 38-yard line. Pick up about 7 on the play. We'll call it a second down and a long 3 for the Bulldogs.
Mike Bowling an assist on that tackle there, 44, at the right linebacker position.
Otsego likes to run that option play. They've got a fine personnel to do it. Tom Matthews, 6'2", 182-pound quarterback. He likes to run the ball. Here we go. Second down. We'll call it 3 for the Bulldogs. And a flag goes up. Let's wait and see what it is. See what the penalties against here. It's 4:38 to go here in the first quarter, and it is going to go against the Otsego Bulldogs. Be a 5-yard walk-off. That'll change things a little bit. That'll bring up a second down and about 8.
Second down and 8, and we'll see if Matthews puts the ball in the air. He hasn't been too afraid to do that much this year. He's about like Aaron Vassaw, the quarterback of the Plainwell Trojans. Let's see what Matthews does here.
McNeese goes wide to the right. Doug Allor lines up on the left side. Arnsman is stacked in the backfield behind quarterback Tom Matthews. Second down 8 due to the 5-yard penalty. Matthews rolling to the right. He's keeping it 35, and he's up to the 40-yard line. Brought down a yard short of the first down. A good carry by Matthews to pick up about 7.
Fine tackle by Jeff Steele, defensive guard. Just short of the first down, as Terry mentioned. Going to be 3 and a long yard.
That's a shame, too, of what for that approachment penalty. Otsego would have had a good first down there, but the Bulldogs are starting to move the ball. They can move it on the ground now. They have 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. Matthews bringing them up. McNeese coming wide to the left this time. Arnsman is stacking the backfield. Third down and 1 to go. This is a big play on this drive. Matthews calling long signals this time. gives it off to Arnsman. He has the first down and more up to about the 49-yard line of the Otsego Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for Otsego.
That was a fine play by Arnsman. Fine run. Swope on the tackle, along with number 60, Todd Rice. First down right around midfield.
1st and 10.
Drive a little bit.
It's awful hard to hear each other in here, all the noise in the press box. 1st down and 10 for Otsego. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Plainwell leads it 6-0. McNeese comes wide to the left. Arnsman and Stack in the backfield behind quarterback Tom Matthews. Ball's on the 49-yard line of Otsego. Matthews rolling to the left, gives it off to Stack, 50, 45. He's hit there, breaks away, tackle inside the 40-yard line. Brought down about the 35-yard line, brought down to play for Plainwell by number 44, Mike Bowling. And he made a good open field tackle on Bruce Stack. And Stack was back last week's game after being out with an injury for a couple weeks, and he looking tough tonight as Leroy Crawford looks tough for the Plainwell Trojans.
Now, Stack is ready. As you mentioned, he's been out a while, and you get geared up for this Plainwell Otsego game anyway, especially since he hasn't had the opportunity to play. Get out there and hit hard. He's ready to play.
The ball rests on the 35-yard line of Plainwell. This is the first time Otsego's had a chance to put a drive together in this ball game. They're doing quite well moving on the ground. To give us to Stack again, goes off the left side. He knocks away about 4 yards on the play. Brought down in the play by number 65 for the Plainwell Trojans, Mike Piper, it looked like. Also in on the tackle was Roy Livingston for the Plainwell Trojans. 2nd down, 6 for the Otsego Bulldogs.
Otsego has a nice little drive here. They've got to stay consistent with it, and they've got to avoid the mistakes. They've done that quite a bit this year. But they've got the Plainwell defense to reckon with.
McNeese comes wide to the right this time. Stack and Arnsman in the backfield behind quarterback Tom Matthews. 2nd down, 6 for Otsego. Matthews gets the ball off to Arnsman inside the 30, and not a whole lot more. He falls forward to about the 29, maybe to the 28-yard line. 3rd down and a long 4 coming up for Otsego.
Mike Campbell is right there. And, made a fine tackle. Terry mentioned 3rd down and 4. We're coming down to 2 minutes here to play. In the first period, Plainwell ahead. 6-0. Taraskevich coming out now.
Steve Bean, it looked like, went in to replace him for the Otsego Bulldogs. Bean was the one who fumbled that kickoff.
Right.
But the Otsego Bulldogs defense was able to hold off Plainwell. Bean goes wide to the right. McNeese lines up wide to the left this time. 3rd down, call it 4 for the Otsego Bulldogs. And flags go up just as the ball is snapped. We'll have to wait and see here. Otsego can't afford another penalty against them, not at this stage. And it is going to be against the Bulldogs. Another walk-off of 5 yards. So instead of making it 3rd and 4, it's going to be 3rd down and about 9 for the Otsego Bulldogs.
They've got to play it clean here tonight. They want to win this game. It's a lot of pride at stake and everything. We've talked about the big tradition here, the big rivalry that's going on. 16 years in a row. The Plainwell Trojans have won this game.
It's going to make it awful hard for Otsego to win tonight if they keep making mental mistakes like that. Matthews brings them up. McNeese and Bean wide to the right. Matthews quarterback draw, keeps it at the 30-yard line, brought down there by Livingston, along with Overall, looked like.
Campbell got the hand on him first, Terry, to trip him up, and made it a little bit easier for Livingston to make that tackle. Going to be 4th down and 6 yards to go. Getting tougher here.
I would almost say Otsego is going to go for it here. It's out of field goal range, of course. Instead of punting away here on the 30-yard line, they're probably going to go for it.
Turner coming in from Mike Bowling, Plainwell defense.
Bean goes wide to the right. McNeese winds up to the left side this time. The ball is on the 30-yard line. We have 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Plainwell leads at 6-0. Matthews doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to call timeout here and talk it over with Coach Bendix. And as they take a timeout and talk it over, Danny would like to talk to you about this. That's the only score we have, and that was on Plainwell's opening drive. That was a 45-yard drive. They took the opening kickoff back to the 40-yard line, but a 15-yard face mask penalty hurt Otsego as they put the ball down on their 45-yard line, and Plainwell took it in all on the ground from there.
We have 49 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. 4th down, 6 yards to go. See if Otsego can get it in.
Here we go. Matthews bringing him up. Bean goes wide to the right. McNeese lines up to the left side. Stack and Arnsman in the backfield. 4th down, about 6. Matthews drops straight back. The pressure's on. He throws a swing pass out to Arnsman, incomplete on the right side. and the Plainwell Trojans will take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line as Plainwell's defense, aided with the penalties of Otsego, help out Plainwell take it over 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think Brian Everett's fine rush there. He's playing right defensive end. He put a lot of pressure on Matthews and forced him to get that pass off just a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
He did. He had a lot of pressure that time and out of the reach of Alan Arnsman. And here we go, 1st and 10 for the Plainwell Trojans. 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter play from Bulldog Stadium. Lammers and Crawford behind quarterback Aaron Vassoff. Now Lammers go in motion to the left. They pitch it off to Crawford going to the left side. He slips and falls right down to the line of scrimmage, and Arnsman touches him, and that's where the ball will be marked right to 30-yard line. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Plainwell Trojans. We're down to half a minute to go here in the first quarter of play.
Lammers and Crawford, that's a great backfield there for Plainwell. They've done a great job all year long.
Here we go. Vassoff brings him up. Lammers. 6-0. And now here the second quarter play-by-play. Denny Cooley.
Thank you, Terry. After Lammers, Crawford in the backfield, Aaron Vassoff, the quarterback. Pitch is to Crawford off to the right side. He's going to get a couple yards.
Vassoff is thrown out of bounds back around the 28-yard line. They tried to flea flicker that time to give it to Crawford, who pitched it back to Vassoff. But the pressure was right there for the Bulldogs defense. Mike Davis knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Good defensive play.
Yeah, fine offensive play. Had me going. I didn't see Crawford throw it back to Vassoff there. Didn't get anything. 4th down? No. 4th down, right. 13.
Looks like Matthews is going deep for the Otsego Bulldogs back around his own 40-yard line.
He goes back for kicks. The snap is low. Fumbled around. A very, very short kick on the land around the 45-yard line. Taken by McNeese. We have a flag on the play.
I have to wait and see who the flags against here. All the flags thus far tonight have been against the Otsego Bulldogs. They're talking it over with Tom Matthews, and the penalty is against the Plainwell Trojans. It'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs do here because, as you said, it was low snap and bad punt. Ball goes out to about the 47-yard line of Plainwell.
Yeah, he had to rush that punt. That's why the penalty is declined by Otsego, and it's going to be 1st down for the Bulldogs at the 47-yard line of Plainwell. Now, let's see if they get something going here. This is what they need to do. Tom Matthews, the strong-arm quarterback. The Otsego Bulldogs brings him up. And McNeese coming wide to the right. Bryn. And Stack in the backfield. Takes a snap. They give this to Stack. He's past the 40, up to about the 36, 37-yard line. Fine carry.
It's going to be awful close to that 1st down, Denny.
Very, very close. Stack made a fine run. About a yard short. Yep, about a yard short. They put it up here. 2nd down. One little low yard to go here. Let's see what Matthews decides to do.
I'd say best bet would be keep it on the ground here, 2nd and short.
Stack is tough. I bet they go to him again. They give us to Bryn, and he gets the 1st down and then some. He's past the 30, up to around the 25-yard line. 1st down for the big Otsego Bulldogs.
Okay, Bulldogs are on the march. I'd like to tell you, Town TV at 373 Washington Street, not
Left, Bryn and Stack in the backfield. Tom Matthews awaiting the snap. The give is to Bryn. He's going to get a few yards here. Past the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up close to about 7 or 8.
Bryn looking good on his first 2 carries of the night. Takes that ball down to about the 19-yard line of Plainwell. The Bulldogs are driving.
7 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down, 3 yards to go here. Otsego getting tough. Bryn, 2 fine runs on consecutive plays for him. Gathered up about 25 yards. Matthews on the keeper now. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. That should be the 1st down. Just up to the 14. 1st down for the Otsego Bulldogs. We've seen Matthews on the keeper an awful lot though this year, Terry, if you've noticed that. He has kept them off quite a bit.
He likes to run a lot, but like I said, when you're 6'2", 182 pounds, who's going to argue with you?
That's right. That's right. Okay, 1st down. The Otsego Bulldogs there. See what Matthews decides to do. Stack and Bryn in the backfield. They give us a stack. He's going to get a couple here. Taking about 4 yards on the play. Taking up to about the 10-yard line. Second down and 6.
Kuiper and Bowling in on the tackles for the Plainwell Trojans. Otsego on the drive here. They have the ball. Let's see, they have the ball now on the 10-yard line of Plainwell. We have a flag on the play. They're talking it over with the Plainwell Trojans, so another costly penalty for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's happened quite a bit tonight to them, and they fumbled the kickoff, but they made amends for that. They stopped Plainwell deep in Otsego's own territory, too, and the Otsego Bulldogs on a fine drive here. They can't let this dampen their spirits at all. They're still the deepest penetration of the night. The Bulldog offense. It's now first down. It'll be 20 yards to go for the first down. The ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line of Plainwell. 6-0 in case you just tuned in. Plainwell Trojans ahead, but Otsego's on the march. Let's see what they do. 9.5 minutes to play in the second period. Stack. Matthews on a keeper now. He gets past the 20. He's on the trying to cut the corner up to around the 10-yard line. As he's just short of getting out of bounds, back to around the original line of scrimmage. Fine run. Jet steal on the tackle for Plainwell. Fine run by Matthews going around the right end.
Going to bring up a second down and about 6 for the Otsego Bulldogs. So that makes up for the last penalty. Not all of them, just the last penalty. Otsego being hit hard with penalties here in early going tonight.
Otsego doing fine on the ground here. Brennan Stack in the backfield. Matthews takes a snap. The give is a snap. Stack past the 5. He's got the first down, it looks like. He's playing to the 5-yard line, calls to the 4-yard line. It'll be first down. 2 fine runs.
First and goal for the Bulldogs. A Stack on second effort picks up the first down, and he was awful close to breaking. Only one man, Todd Wright, stopped him. Now the officials say, let's hang on a second here and take a look at this and see if indeed it is a first down. Well, they checked that. Let me tell you this, Plainwell ambulance
didn't catch Terry's comment during the message there. It is first down for the Otsego Bulldogs. Ball's at 4-yard line, first and goal. Matthews takes a snap. The give is a Stack. Did he get in? He's in there. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Stack takes it in, and the Bulldogs, they said, tie it up. And I'm sure you can hear the crowd in the background as we're sitting in the press box, which is located on the Otsego Bulldogs side. And Stack takes it in on a 4-yard run.
Fine run by Stack, and both of the workhorses in the backfield for both teams tonight have scored. Leroy Crawford on a 2-yard plunge back in the first quarter, and now Bruce Stack, old number 44, reliable there for the Otsego Bulldogs, in on a 4-yard march. McNeese now will attempt the extra point. This will put Otsego ahead.
Bruce Stack, who just scored a touchdown, is in the hold for him. Matthews took care of the holding duties while Stack was out with an injury, and here's the extra point coming up.
Snap is good. The kick by McNeese is up, and we're waiting the ruling. It's no good. Must have been wide to the left.
The Bulldogs players motioned that it was good, but the officials say no, it's wide.
It had to be off to the left, Terry. From our angle, it looked like it had the right the right side. Take it.
Okay, 6-6. Oh, this is going to be a great game. Otsego Parts Machine on the Imus Curve in Otsego would like to remind you.
There they were set with penalties. They had found themselves on the first down, 20 yards to go. To get the first down, and in 2 plays they made it. And they went in, 4-yard run by Bruce Stack. McNeese missed the extra point. We are tied, 6-6, 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. And we're waiting the kick. We have the kick now. Looks like Honeysett in the fumble, but he recovers. Honeysett around the 20-yard line, trying to cut the corner. He's going to go out of bounds right around the 26-yard line of Plainwell. Honeysett bobbled the kickoff a little bit, managed to recover before the blue and gold could get down there to him. Terry?
Boy, Kevin McNeese put that ball up in the air a long way. Super high kickoff. And as you said, Honeysett bobbled the ball, picked it up, and made a good run out of it. The ball will be marked right on the 25-yard line when Plainwell takes over first and 10.
That they will. Aaron Vassaw, strong arm, fine quarterback of the Plainwell Trojans. We have Lammers and Crawford in the backfield. The pitch is to Crawford over here off the right side, and he doesn't get much. 3 yards possibly. McNeese was there, Tereskevich there on the tackle, Bryn. Armsman.
It takes about that many to bring that guy down.
That's about it, too. That's right.
Okay, a little player change here now for the Plainwell Trojans. Coming into the game is Doug Mitchell as Nick Nayers goes out.
Aaron Vassaw, 6 foot tall, 176 pounds. He's a senior this year. He's quarterback for the Plainwell Trojans.
Looks like a blitz coming up in the Bulldogs.
The give is to Lammers. He's going to get maybe 2 or 3 more. Not much more than that. McNee's in on the tackle, along with Scott Stoneburner, that sophomore middle linebacker we told you about earlier. He is really playing great tonight, Terry, for being sophomore.
He is. As I said, they earlier this year talked about bringing him up at the beginning of the season, but Otsego was so deep in linebackers at the time they didn't have room for him. But they brought him up last week, and again this week he's showing he can do the job. He has 2 more years left after tonight.
And that's got to be a thrill, playing a sophomore in the varsity against Plainwell. Okay, 3rd down, 3 yards to go from the 32-yard line. They give it to Lammers. Yeah, I don't think he got it. He didn't get much. He didn't get much at all. Maybe a yard if he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
4th down and about 2, maybe 3 coming up for the Trojans.
And they're going to have to punt it away. Rob Turner coming out. Going deep for the Otsego Bulldogs will be Tom Matthews. He'll drop back right around his 35-yard line. And we'll wait the snap here.
I bet Turner's hoping for a better snap this time than the last punt he made.
Last time the snap was low in the dirt and punt only went about 10, 15 yards. Oh, he slips, and it's going to be a slipping punt. Ball will be rolled dead right around the 35-yard line. That ball never got much more than 10 feet off the ground, as it didn't get much. 2 punts tonight for Rob Turner, and neither one have come up too good. The ball will be spotted now right around the 34-yard line.
That punt didn't look too good, but it took a Plainwell roll, and that ball went 34 yards.
That's right.
But I think you're right in hitting it. It went about 15 yards in the air.
That's about it. All right. Tom Matthews. I see a quarterback trying to get him going again here. Stacking Armsman in the backfield. The give is to Armsman. Oh, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Fine tackle by Mike Campbell, number 70. Defensive tackle, rather, for the Plainwell Trojans.
Picked up about 1 yard on the carry. We're down to 6 minutes to go here in the first half of play from Bulldog Stadium.
We're glad to have you along.
Hey, we sure are.
All right.
Well, hey, we're here and you're there.
All right. That was for you, Greg. 2nd down, 9 yards to go now. Matthews waiting the snap. And the give is to Armsman. He's going to get a few yards here, maybe 5 or 6. He's past the 40, called the 39-yard line. Bring about 3rd down, about 3 yards to go here for the 1st down.
Quick hitter there by first man through Armsman. Good pickup. 3rd down and a long 3 coming up for the Bulldogs.
We have Jeff Davis coming out. Just a player change for the Plainwell Trojans at tackle. His replacement, Eric Campbell, I believe that was number 68. Okay, 3rd down and short, 3rd and 3 here for the Otsego Bulldogs. Armsman is stacking the backfield. McNee's wide to the left. The snap. They give it to Armsman, and he's not going to get it. He's going to be about a yard short, I think, Terry.
Just like on 1st down here, hit right to line of scrimmage by Mike Campbell. Makes a solo tackle there. It's going to bring up 4th and about 1 for Otsego. They have a little bit of a decision to make here. Ball's out around the 43-yard line. Let's see how much they trust in their defense.
That's right. With 4:42 and counting remaining in the first half here, let's see what they decide to do. We have men dropping back deep for Plainwell, but we'll have to wait to see.
Hang on here, see what they're going to do. Matthews is talking to officials. Otsego has asked very wisely for a measurement here just to see how close it is to the 1st down. As Plainwell has a couple men deep right now. Steiner, along with Crawford, are deep.
Ball is spotted around the 43-yard line.
4:39 to go here in the first half of play from Bulldog Stadium. As Steiner, number 9, along with Leroy Crawford, drop deep for the Plainwell Trojans. Here's come Otsego. This is going to be a big play. 4th down and 1. The ball on their own 43-yard line, and they're going to go for it.
They are going to go for it. 4th down, 1 big yard to go. Let's see what Matthews decides to do.
They're gambling men.
Armsman is stacking the backfield. They give it to Armsman, and I think he got it. He got it. The crowd will tell you that. The ball is spotted now at the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Bulldogs, and they are psyched tonight.
Good play by Dave Merritt of the Plainwell Trojans. Made the tackle, that time on Arnsman, but boy, 1 yard like that, it's hard to stop them. First down, a big gamble for the Bulldogs, and they pick it up.
That shows a little faith in that offense, I'll tell you. They had some fine runs in that last drive, which culminated in the score. 4.5 now to play in the second quarter. Matthews waiting for the snap. They give this to Armsman again. He's going to get about 3 yards on the pickup. Ball down to about the 48-yard line now.
Mike Campbell making a tackle again on Armsman. I'll bet Armsman's going to be seeing Campbell in his sleep if this keeps up the rest of the night.
I wouldn't doubt that. Brenn's getting a little rest here in this series. They've been alternating Armsman and Brenn in the backfield with Bruce Stack. Otsego offense. 4 minutes to play. We're tied at 6 here. Second quarter. Otsego Bulldogs playing host to the Plainwell Trojans. We're glad to have you along tonight. This is the big one for the Wolverine Conference Championship. Matthews awaiting the snap now. They give us a Stack. He's going to get 2 or 3 more. He's past midfield. Call it the 49-yard line of Plainwell. Bring about third down now, and about 4 yards to go.
Well, the ball is just inched into Plainwell territory for the Otsego Bulldogs. They said, we're tied up at 6. This game has turned out to be just as great as we expected.
Armsman coming out now for Steve Brenn, and Steve Beam also coming in. He'll be in for Merrick Karaskevich. There we go. Okay, that's it, wide receiver. Let's see if we see it on the ground or in the air. Bean and McNeese wide to each side. Matthews takes a snap. He's going to keep it around the right end, but he's not going to get much. And he tried to hand off the ball. And right into the hands of number 62 defensive guard for Plainwell as he goes all the way 50 yards for a touchdown. I don't believe I saw that. He tried to pitch it back to not Brenn, but number 44, Bruce Stack, as he saw he was being tackled, and it went right into the hands of Jeff Steele, who rambled 50 yards for the touchdown, and that was not too smart of a play for Matthews. He should have just gone down. Don't believe that Tom Matthews would have done something like that, but he did. It's now 12-6, Plainwell ahead. And let's see what the extra point will bring here, if they get the extra point.
Just like last year, the only score in the ball game was a blocked field goal that Plainwell, one of their defensemen picked up and ran it about 70-some yards for a touchdown. That time, Matthews rolling to the right, running the option, pitched it right into the hands of Steele, who takes it about 50 yards for a touchdown. And Plainwell leads it 12-6.
You've got to be sure on the option pitch. That's true.
Okay, Plainwell is going to call a timeout now and talk over what you're going to do on this extra point. I believe they're going to go for 2 points, and while they talk it over, we're going to tell you this. That winner's coming. Get ready for it with the pitch.
And the ball going right into the hands of guard Jeff Steele. Plainwell Trojans, he won 50 yards for the touchdown. And we have timeout right now. We're waiting to see what Plainwell does on the extra point. It seems to me they might go for 2 here to try to help out the score-wise a little bit. As Otsego did miss the extra point when they scored the touchdown, that would put it at 14-6. Let's see what they do. They are going to attempt to go for it. Vassaw, the quarterback, he's going to give it to Crawford. Crawford's not going to get it. So the score will stay at 12-6 now with 2:54 to play in second quarter. Terry?
Okay, Stober making a good defensive play there. Stop the 2-point conversion. Otsego Lumber Company.
Otsego Bulldogs, they're going to get the ball here. That did quiet down the crowd just a little bit, to say the least. They were really hopping there. Otsego did have a fairly good drive. They were moving consistently anyway.
Thing is, they had just gambled on a 4th and 1 and made it. And then on the very next series of downs, I guess you could say, 3rd down, and Matthews made a very bad play right in the hands of Steele, who takes it 50 yards for the Plainwell Trojan touchdown.
Turner ready to kick off here for the Plainwell Trojans. Back deep we have Stack for Plainwell along with Brenn. Or for the Otsego Bulldogs, rather. I said Plainwell Trojans. Stack and Brenn back deep. And Stack will take the ball right around the 15-yard line. He's past the 25, past just about the 30-yard line now. He'll be brought down at the 27-yard line as Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Mike Welcher in on the tackle along with Bowling for the Plainwell Trojans. Otsego has 2:48 to get the ball down the field here in the first half of play from Bulldog Stadium.
That's right. That's the score in the first half. They've got 24 minutes after that. So it's quite a while yet. Stack and Brenn in the backfield. Matthews waiting for the snap. The snap to give us a Stack. He's past the 30. He's up past the 40. Fine run as he gets to about the 43-yard line. And it is first down for the Otsego Bulldogs. He picked up about 13 on that play. Make that 16.
Swope in on a tackle for the Plainwell Trojans. You might have just saved a touchdown there. Stack getting a little bit of open field running there. 2:22 to go here in the first half.
McNeese wide to the right. The snap by Matthews, and he is brought down. Get a number. Number 70, Campbell. Campbell came in. That's a lot of tackles for him tonight. About 5 now.
Loss of about 3 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs. A good defensive play by Mike Campbell of the Plainwell Trojans.
Remember, he had a lot of good defensive plays against Comstock a few weeks ago in Comstock. We were watching those two teams play. Okay, 2nd down, 12. Matthews takes a step to give us the Stack. He's past the 45. At the 50, almost slipped out of his hands there as he just gets over into Plainwell territory. He'll be right around the 48, very close to a first down. They going to measure here?
A run of about 10 on the play. He's going to be about a yard short, it looks like, Denny.
He is short. Well, from here, it looks like it's just about it, too. 3rd down, 1 yard to go here.
Stack is doing the job on the ground for the Bulldogs tonight.
And he is. He almost lost the ball, though, on that last play. Recovered. Matthews takes a snap. They give this to, is that Armsman? And it's first down, 35-yard line.
45.
Did I say 35?
Yes, you did.
45, sorry. 45-yard line. That's right, because that's the 15. That's only 45. First down for the Otsego Bulldogs. Armsman picking up the first down for the blue and gold here. We have 1:10 and counting to play in the first half here. Let's see if Matthews might gamble here. Just run out the clock. Let's see what he does. Armsman and Stack in the backfield. The give is to Stack. He's going to gain a couple of yards in the play. Not much more than that.
I'll guarantee you they aren't just going to let the clock run out. Matthews is going to call a timeout now and talk it over. They have 2nd and 11.
It's a snap. He's on the keeper. He's going to get a couple of yards, maybe about a yard on that. Call it the 38-yard line now. So he's still got a ways to go for the first down, about 4 yards.